Hello there. Thank you for watching Two Sticks. My name is Scott.
I'm Belida.
And we're going to do a song reaction today. We've already done a couple, but we're going to do another one. And this is by an artist that a lot of you already know, Drake. The song's called Nice for What. It came out 6 days ago, I guess, on Vivo, so it's super fresh.
22 million views.
22 million views in 6 days. I don't know if that's because this is a good song or if that's just like the kind of following that he has, because I don't listen to a lot of rap and hip-hop, but from what I understand, this guy is just super popular. He's one of the most popular hip-hop artists in the world.
Totally cold for me. Totally cold. I've never heard this artist before, and we've been having too much fun with our other videos, so we're like, let's just keep going. Let's do another reaction.
That's right. And I've heard, I think, like maybe 2 songs that Drake has done. But other than that, I've never heard this song either. So
let's do it to it.
We'll see.
I want to know who motherfucking representing here tonight. Hold on.
She's the last thing I thought I would see in this type of video, and then you got another dancer here.
Like some Italian model or something.
Right?
Louisiana shit.
And
Murder on the beat.
I think that other rapper would hate that sister because she's not big enough.
She's not, yeah. She's too skinny.
Everybody get your motherfucking roll on.
There's no shortage of attractive women of all types in this video. Okay. I like the beat.
So I just gotta say, like, first of all, this video so far doesn't make any sense.
No, but it's
like,
kind of cool.
Where were they at first? They were in like a ballroom or a club somewhere.
You know what it looked like someone's mansion in England, you know?
Yeah, and then now the next scene is like they're in a crowded boardroom with a bunch of old men dressed in suits, and there's like 2 black women in there.
Yeah, they're like young and pretty and fit, and these guys are old and decrepit. Are they in charge of her? Is she in charge of them? What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe she's trying to fight against the man or something.
Or maybe she's angry at the blonde girl for having a nice house. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
That's him?
Yeah.
He looks like Faraz Sahabi, who's like George St. Pierre's coach.
Yeah.
So maybe he's a hip-hop MMA coach. There's a lot of glitter and glamour with these ladies, with their costumes and everything. That's crazy. That's beautiful. The background and the... Hey, you know what's coming to me right now?
What?
It's almost like late 70s discotheque era, you know? Disco balls and lights and all kinds of like real glamorous thing. And
so you mean as far as the visuals?
The visuals.
Yeah.
The visuals, yeah. It's got that look almost like that disco era, but obviously updated. And you had the ladies. The interesting thing about the ladies, they're not all like really young. Like some of them, like they're in their 30s, you know. Mm-hmm. So they're kind of like more mature looking and have a little character to them, but they're all very gorgeous. And so yeah, I don't know what the song's about, but it's got a really cool vibe. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, if we do many more hip hop songs, we may start getting the lyric sheet and just having it in front of us so we can follow along. But to me, the way this sounds, it just sounds like pop and hip-hop fused together.
I like it. Wow, look at that. The building. Now some ladies with her family, and she looks like Beyonce a little bit. And a lot of different model types. Her tongue is way too big. That was a quick change.
Watch the breakdown.
A lot of gleaming stuff, you know, visually, very pretty. I got some. Wow, now they're in the water. It's a little disco, it's a little Wakanda.
Why do you say that?
Well, I mean, okay, it's a little disco because of the views, you know, the visuals and everything. It's a little Wakanda because you've got a lot of, you know, pretty black ladies and it's like high-tech stuff. It looks very high-tech. the lighting, the buildings, you know, the clothes even, they look very up to date. So
Drake's a very rich man. I mean, he can afford to create videos that are really big budget, and it's very shiny, and there's a lot going on, and it's catchy to the eye.
His accountant was probably like, yo man, we got to show a loss or we're going to get taxed like crazy. So how much money can you spend on the next video?
I'm not really that impressed with what I'm hearing so far.
So you're having a different reaction than me.
All right, guys, so just to give you some background, a little context, before I get attacked too hard for not knowing the genre, I'm primarily a metalhead, but I have dabbled in hip-hop a little bit, especially the last 5 or 6 years. Some of my favorite artists, current artists, are, of course, Kendrick, J. Cole, Chance, Death Grips, Run the Jewels. Some of the other artists that I've heard songs by that I liked, but that I don't listen to as heavily, are people like Logic, Dave East, Lil Dicky, Shabazz Palaces, Wale. I also want to shout out Flying Lotus. Love that guy's music. Loved Cosmogram. Loved You're Dead. And for any hip-hop heads out there that are curious about metal and want to get into metal, I would suggest Body Count. Body Count is badass. And Ice-T, you are one of my favorite people in metal. So,
to me, this sounds like some spruced up, poppy commercial garbage. It doesn't sound like he's saying anything really meaningful. You know, he doesn't sound like the video is super over the top and trying to overwhelm you with all these really cool visuals. It smells like some overproduced, like I said, spruced up commercialized.
Do you think you mean try hard? Like try hard?
Well, if you've got a turd, you've got to wrap it in some diamond lace and silk.
You really
right?
don't like this. You really don't like this.
I mean, it's got like a minute and 20 left to kind of like save it, but
to
so
redeem
far,
itself.
man, I'm not really.
Now, I want to say something. Like I was, you know, when rap first came out, like when the first rap song hit TV, Grandmaster Flash, right?
Okay.
And then you had UTFO. And you had Rapper's Delight and all the Sugar Hill Gang, right? Yeah. So that rap was really, really fun. It was all about partying and having a good time and being witty. And it was actually peaceful because kids were like, hey, instead of a gang war, let's have a breakdance competition or let's have a rap off, right? Mm-hmm. But then eventually everything gets corrupted, you know, and it went into gangster rap and people were shooting each other and, you know, kids were walking down the street with their pants hanging down their butts singing about raping people and all this stuff, and it got really negative. It really, it was really, really negative. So I just kind of turned away from rap in general for a long time. So to me, this is good because I didn't know what to expect.
To this song's credit, this song is made for the club. This song's going to get a lot of play in nightclubs all across the country. It's going to do very well, and a lot of people are going to be able to dance to this song and have fun to this song. So,
visually, that's an awesome picture.
It is beautiful.
Like I feel like you got a bunch of photographers from Cosmo, you know, or something like that. And then, big shit.
She was in Fast and the Furious, wasn't she?
I guess. Now we have a lady meditating on
levitating. What was that?
Olivia Wilde. He's giving credits to the models, actresses, models. Rashida Jones. Okay.
Rashida Jones was in this. I didn't recognize her.
All right.
Wow. Zoe Saldana. Wow.
So there's some heavy hitters as far as models and things.
Yeah, models.
Right?
Actresses.
So
Michelle Rodriguez. That was Michelle Rodriguez. She was in Fast and the Furious.
I want to hear more what you think of this video, or what you don't think of this video, because it was a different reaction than mine.
Well, it's just I don't like to be hypercritical of artists. Like that's not my thing. I don't.
Right.
You know, I have respect for all kinds of different artists, musicians, and but when I look at something like this, it's like getting a freaking Happy Meal at McDonald's. You know, it's like there's absolutely no risks being taken. There's nothing cutting edge about it. There's nothing edgy about it. There's nothing extreme about it. There's nothing intricate or complex about it.
Okay.
There's nothing beautiful or ugly about it. The only beautiful thing
Come on,
about this...
it was
exactly.
visually
The
gorgeous.
only beautiful thing
Gorgeous.
about this song was the freaking video.
I want to take a little slightly different direction. Okay, what I'm hearing here and what I'm seeing here is expectations, because you've been listening to a lot more hip hop than me, right? So you have a lot of recent stuff, whereas I haven't, not too much. I mean, if it's on the background, you know, at the gym or something, or at a friend's house, I'll bop to it, you know. So
Right.
you have a lot more familiarity. Your expectations are probably higher. Whereas I was like, I've never heard this. This could really suck.
So I was
This
sitting
could be
here-
gangster rap. This could be someone talking about, you know, I'm gonna swing a caper, find your girlfriend and rape her. You know, like stuff that I've been hearing. Like so, visually gorgeous. Not a bad beat. When in my neighborhood, okay, when gangster rap came out, it became harder to tell who had been sexually abused as a child and who was just mouthing the words of a gangster rap song. You know what I mean? It was a really negative thing for me because I liked the early rap, you know? And so I'm pleasantly surprised that I'm hearing pleasant music and I've got beautiful visuals. I don't know what the lyrics are about, but you know, so maybe this is a really good thing to play because it's so controversial. It could be so controversial. It could be so many viewpoints on it. I'm gonna I normally stay away from the comments, but I'm gonna actually look at the comments when this goes up because I want to know what people think about this song and, you know, what they think. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it a sellout? What is it?
Probably legions of his fans will comment and attack and be like, screw Scott, man, that guy doesn't know Drake like I do. And I'm not saying Drake's a bad artist, guys. It's just one song, okay? Like I said, I've only heard like 3 of his songs, so I'm not saying he's got no talent or he's a bad rapper or he's a crappy artist. I'm just saying I didn't enjoy this song. That's it.
I guess even with the sound off, I would have enjoyed the video.
Yeah. Remember that movie we saw? What was it? The sci-fi movie we just saw?
Yeah. Oh man, Natalie Portman was in it.
Natalie Portman was in it. Annihilation.
Right. Yeah.
The visuals in this video, some of them, like especially when that woman was out in that field and there were all these pyramids out there or small black triangles were out there and she was like posing. To me, that could have been in that freaking sci-fi movie that we watched. Like, it was that cool looking.
It did have a science fiction feel to it, the visuals. And the lady levitating at the end, I'm not... And I will say this criticism, even visually, okay? Drake, as an artist, gave us lots of images, lots of words. It's like a short story with tons and tons of words, but at the end of it, I'm really not sure if he even accomplished saying what he wanted to say, or what was it that he wanted to say. I do know that he spoke eloquently, but I don't understand his message.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
And nobody can really critique or criticize Drake too much because the guy is like balling out of control. I mean, he's one of the top-selling artists out there, so... I mean, the guy has more money and probably more women and probably more success than either you or I will ever have. But
of course he does.
I can't really criticize the guy. I'm just saying, you know, for my personal taste, I would have enjoyed something a little bit more authentic. This felt very commercialized to me.
It might be interesting, Drake, if you went into making movies.
Yeah. But make sure if you make a movie that the different scenes in the movie, that there's continuity between them and that the viewer can follow the train of thought and events from one scene to the next. Don't just have people, models in a ballroom and then a corporate boardroom and then someone in a car and then a woman outside next to a bunch of pyramids. And then, what else was in that video?
There's one lady
all kinds of crap.
Laying on bed, upside down, smiling at you with the camera. And then, there's another lady with her baby.
And then people in a pool, like, spitting water out of their mouths. Like, what the hell is that? And then Michelle Rodriguez levitating and meditating and with no music.
Scott, she's trying to tell you, rise above all the imagery.
Yeah, I just don't get it, man. That was really strange, but... I think we've rambled on long enough, guys. Thanks for watching Two Sticks.
Like,
comment, subscribe. Again, my name is Scott.
I'm Belida.
Shout out to Connor. If you're watching this video, you know who you are. Thank you for that recommendation.
Yeah, thank you for that
James.
recommendation.
That was probably the best reaction we did all day, man. Out of the 3 we did, that was awesome. So thank you. Appreciate that.
Peace.